Hey, thanks for pressing play, listener. This week on the Jock and Nerd podcast, we got new, bizarre celebrity shout-outs for the show. Just wait until you hear these.
Geekerific.
Lots of Avengers Endgame news as we discuss the Super Bowl spot, the runtime, the official synopsis, and the first live-action promo images for the movie.
Geek boner.
Plus, Captain Marvel's early screening reactions. The Hobbs and Shaw trailer is bonkers. The Jock has a big announcement and a whole lot more. All in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Thursday, February 7th, 2019.
Check. Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up. Jock it, we heard it. We funny, disturbing. Jock it, we heard it. Spoiler alert. Oh, yeah. Jock it, we heard it. We funny, disturbing. Oh, yeah. Jock it, we heard it. Spoiler alert. Jock it, we heard it.
Hey, old listener, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in this week and every week. Welcome to the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we deliver comic book and superhero TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And no Rug Boy, fam. Rug Boy is out, sitting out this one.
Wowie zowie.
What are you talking about?
Oh, wait, Ruggs, you're here. Oh, my God. I thought, Ruggs, I thought you had to go to Felty Traffic Court.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello? Can you hear me? But can you hear me?
Ruggs, I heard they caught you going the wrong way down a one-way street on your Dukes of Hazzard big wheel,
They're just out to get me.
high on pixie sticks. That's what I heard.
Well, when you're a felty like I am, the pixie sticks up the slack hole really make you go crazy.
I'm so glad you're here, Ruggs, and not fucking Anthony, because I'm sick.
Fuck that, Jock.
I'm fucking, fuck that.
We can
Fuck
talk
that
about
show.
we can talk about music and things and hate on things because Anthony's not here.
Can we complain about things because we're old?
Yeah, we could complain about things and
All right, does your
The
voice
old
hurt yet?
curmudgeons.
Tell me your voice hurts at least a little bit now.
what are you talking about?
No? Wait, Ruggs, where'd you go?
Oh, he was
Oh,
on the show
geez.
for a second.
We've just confused.
I just tore him in half. So now he's gone.
Oh, no. Look, Ruggs at
Who
the
cares? The
sentence,
Jock
whatever.
said that.
Who cares? Exactly. Where's that? Here.
Fuck that show.
No, fuck that puppet.
Fuck
No,
that
Ruggs,
show.
we love you, miss you. We always have his sound clip, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, he's here. He's with us in spirit.
We're running this old school like the show started if you were a
Kicking
new
it
listener.
old school like
Kicking
old
it
fools.
Old fool. You're probably a little confused. Do me a favor. Go visit our website. Visit the show notes for this episode. All will become clear. Just go to jockandnerd.com/260 because it's going to have links on how to subscribe to the show, how to get in touch with the show, and everything we talk about. And oh boy, Anthony, let's just get to the news because it's been a fucking weird week.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
The Jock and Nerd podcast.
Of course, we're going to geek out about the big, Avengers Endgame big game spot, but
Yeah.
we're actually going to start this news segment with some show news. Because, hey, we have some new celebrity shout-outs.
Jock and Nerd.
Really weird, surreal, strange celebrity shout-outs. I don't even know how to explain this. Anthony, to explain this, you have to go back to the year 2015 a little bit, don't you?
Is it when we did Blab?
That's when the Blabs were running. We were doing live streaming Blabs. We were live streaming before it was a thing, man. Come on. There was four of us.
Yeah, I was going to say, for those of us that don't know, for those of you that don't know, and you can explain who was there, but Blab was this live streaming. So we had a video content along with our podcast. We'd do the podcast live for people to watch. And then after the podcast was over, we would sometimes just keep going. And people would jump in and chime in and write things while we were live streaming our podcast, or jump in and actually be a part of the show. And all this is on YouTube, but go ahead.
You can watch all the shows. I kind of miss it because honestly, it was like a college dorm. It was like, because there was a bunch of rooms, there was a lot of traffic. It had an audience. You could pop in and out of these rooms, these shows, come and go. And it was like, it reminded me of freshman year of college because that's what I did. Anyway, Rugboy made a friend, a fan, a huge fan by the name of David Mobley. Twitter fan, David loves the Rug Boy.
Loves him.
Because you saw Rug Boy on the Blab. You saw the puppet. And so Blab ended like 2 years ago.
Like
and
loves him enough to like want to take him home and dissect him.
yeah,
slowly.
he wants to open him up and de-stitch him and do stuff to his cotton.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
So look, this whole time David's been tweeting at us. He's been, bless his little heart. He's been trying to promote us. I don't believe he actually listens to the show.
No chance he listens to the show. No chance he even can comprehend what a podcast is.
He just saw the puppet and like that was it. He didn't care whatever else was going around. He is not in the Jock and Nerd Nation.
No.
But David,
by choice, he has never found out and doesn't know.
No, he doesn't know. There's nothing wrong with it, but he still interacts with us. He's been interacting with us this whole time. So
his like personal mission is to get us famous.
And a couple of other people. He's got
and a couple other podcasts.
Yes, his favorite nerds on the internet, as he puts it. But the way he promotes us, clearly he doesn't listen to the show or maybe know what a podcast is.
No.
Regardless, David, if you're listening to this, I love you. He's not going to listen.
No chance.
So here's what happened. February 1st, there's a tweet. I get a retweet, a mention. David has discovered this amazing website called Cameo.com, listener. This is a brand new kind of platform where you can book celebrities to do video shout outs.
Oh shit.
Yes, you heard that right. In a strange Black Mirror, both depressing and brilliant idea for a website. Visit Cameo.com. So our first celebrity shout out comes to us from none other than comedic actor and comedian Andy Dick. Anthony, do you know who Andy Dick is?
I know who Andy Dick is.
Okay,
yes.
He's been in a ton of stuff. I loved him on news radio. He's done a lot of voices for cartoons. Look, I'm just going to play the clip. He's sitting outside his cafe. It is a video, Cameo.com. Here's Andy Dick.
David. Hi. There's my preferred customer. I'm waiting for my food here at Friends and Family. Good food. Right here in Hollywood Boulevard across the street from Jumbo's Clown Room. Anyhow, you were telling me about your funny buddies have a podcast called the Jock and Nerd Show.
Sure.
So I guess there's a jock, there's a nerd, and a funny foul-mouthed puppet named Rugboy. And those guys are the hosts. So what is Rugboy? Is he like a rabbit? Or a little weasel? And he's just a dirty-mouthed little, you little cocksuckers. You should have me do the voice.
Yes.
But I also hear they are known as the world's experts in all things nerd-related.
We are?
We've never said that.
Is that what we are?
We've never said
Look them up. The Jock and Nerd Show. God bless.
Okay, I don't know if I'm like
Geek boner.
or
Oh shit.
or because Andy Dick just said Jock and Nerd and Rug Boy. That blew me away. Anthony, when you first saw this, what was going through your head? What was your initial reaction?
Just for the listener, we didn't set this up at all. David Mobley, who doesn't listen to our show,
Correct.
paid Andy Dick to do that.
Oh, you can go and see how much it costs.
You
Yes.
can see on this site called Cameo that Imran referenced. The first thing I thought was, this is fucking weird.
Very, very bizarre.
But I was also, somewhat excited because although I'm not the biggest Andy Dick fan, and in fact, I would say I'm not a fan. Like, there's nothing. I find him like kind of obnoxious funny.
Yeah, he's annoying funny, but I kind of always liked him.
But it's still someone of note.
Yeah.
That said our name, the name of the show, not exactly the right way, but said the name of the show and mentioned Rugboy. And I'm like, this is kind of cool too. So I shared it with my friends.
Yeah,
and they were like,
what did they say?
They were just like, wow, that's awesome. How? And what is Cameo.com?
Exactly. My wife was like, so, Andy Dick, how the fuck did this happen? And I had to explain the whole story. Now, listen there. It doesn't end there. There's two more, or I think three more. There may be
three
four
more videos
total videos
Dick.
that David has sponsored of Andy Dick, where he says Jock and Nerd podcast and other people. I will link to all of them in the show notes. That is why today's show notes are going to be super hella valuable. You want to check this out. I won't play the other two. I just wanted to play the first one because that was the first thing that came in, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is surreal. Now, David went on and picked another celebrity, Anthony, to also give us a shout out. Without further introduction, this is a person called Riff Raff. His name is Riff Raff, and here's his shout out.
Dan Tony, Wings of America. All right, shout out to Jock and Nerd.
He is outside in the basketball court. He's wearing ski goggles, and he doesn't have a shirt on. And he has a headband.
Podcast show and a David. All right. Gonna give a shout out to Jock and Nerd podcast show, things of that nature. It features three hosts, a jock and a nerd. Okay. All right. A funny and foul-mouthed puppet called Captain Rugboy.
Captain.
All right. They are known as the world's experts in all things nerd related. All right. So.
Never said that. We've never said that.
I don't know where you get that from.
Do you know about
Yes.
let me see. What could be nerd related?
Come on, Riff Raff.
Y'all know about Revenge of the Nerds? Huh?
Yes, I
do. You know about that movie? You know about Revenge of the Nerds?
Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds and that? Nice.
He was spinning a ball on his fingers. Booger, Revenge of the Nerds. That is,
What was your first reaction to that one?
Okay, my first reaction was, who the fuck is this guy? I have no idea, and I have learned since who the Riff Raff is. Anthony, who is Riff Raff? Did you know who this is?
I knew who it was. I wouldn't say I could give a definitive answer of what he is. He's like a rapper / TV
reality
personality.
TV star personality.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how to describe him. He's a very interesting looking dude. I've heard like some of his stuff. Wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan either of his music, but that one was even more out of left field than Andy Dick in my opinion.
See, I feel like the Andy Dick was for me and the Riff Raff was for you, baby.
I don't think he knows. This is why I don't think he listens to the show. Why would
David pick Riff Raff? First of all, Joe, formerly Joe from work, posted in our Facebook group when I posted this, the video called Nito, because Riff Raff was in a group called Three Loco. Along with members Dirt Nasty and Andy Milonakis. And I was like, holy shit, I totally forgot about Andy Milonakis, this fucking kid who is not a kid.
No.
This dude looks 12. If he used to have a TV show, the Andy Milonakis show, we looked it up, listener. He's 43 years old.
Oh shit.
I remember you telling me this earlier this week, and then like you're mentioning Andy Milonakis. I'm like, I've heard this name before.
He's
I don't remember what he looks like. And you're like, oh, he's old now. I'm like, oh, okay. So I looked him up. I'm like, holy fuck. Andy Milonakis is 43 years old. He looks like he's 14.
He has a HGH deficiency. That's what it was, right? Pituitary gland is out of whack.
Something hormonal he's not getting.
Where he just doesn't age. He still looks like he's 12, and I always loved his funny raps, and his sketch show is just bizarre. So Riff Raff is in that. He's all right, whatever. But wow, super bizarre stuff.
Can you book all Andy Milonakis?
I don't think he's on the Cameo.
Not
I
yet.
would love, but Flavor Flav is. That's a great one. I mean, it's kind of a brilliant idea for a website and for a way for these
I can't believe it.
B-list,
I can't believe this
celebs.
is a thing.
I mean, like Pauly Shore's on there. There's athletes. There's musicians. There's actors. It's wild. It's fucking a trip. Do yourself a favor, listener. Visit cameo.com. Buy us another shout out like David Mobley or not. We got plenty of those. Blake Braden commented, here's what the kind of the exchange rate is on Cameo for celebrity. He said, here's the cost of the same price. Would you want 5 shout outs from Andy Dick or 1 from Wesley Snipes?
Geek boner.
And that is your exchange value. Is one from Wesley Snipes will cost you as much as 5 shout outs from Andy Dick.
I'm 100% Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes would be awesome, and he's on there. Wow. So I'm still stunned. It's so surreal and weird. And thank you, David Mobley. I wish you listened to the show. Follow him on Twitter at David Mobley. You'll see him. Give him suggestions on maybe he should just send that money to Patreon. That was another suggestion.
I can't believe he's spending this money on a show he doesn't listen to.
Wow.
But hey, these are our fans.
This gets to you eventually, David. Thank you. Yes. All right, let's move on to some actual geek news. I'll try to cut those up into some kind of bumpers. I don't know how. They're very weird.
They're all strange.
They're all strange, and they're like, you have to like watch it, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. It could be fun. But Anthony, the big super big game bowl happened. The bowl game. The bowl
super
game
big bowl.
Yeah, the big bowl.
Yeah, that's
big,
Super Bowl.
yeah.
Yeah, we've talked. I talked about it on Jock Talk if you're a Patreon subscriber.
Jock Talk. So, like I said, there was going to be an Avengers Endgame spot before, and guess what? There was an Avengers Endgame spot. 30 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were like, that's it. Bah, showed nothing. Oh, I disagree. In 30 seconds, bro, they showed us 30 seconds of new footage, first of all.
Yep.
And they've showed a lot. They showed stuff I wanted to see. Let's break this down, this 30 seconds. What did you think overall watching this 30 seconds?
I loved it. I mean, it's not your typical Super Bowl trailer where it's these big bombastic shots and
there's no fight scenes. There's no action scenes.
Yeah, there's no money shot. There's not really much of a plot reveal.
No.
There's nothing really, but it's very understated, but it's all character stuff.
Yeah.
It's really all we need. Like, we don't need to see anything more than what we got. My favorite part of the trailer is just seeing Cap in group therapy because it looks like he's just on the edge of a breakdown and he's obsessing over the fact that he could not save half the universe.
I love how you see that poster. Where do we go now that they're gone? And he seems to be. So that's one of the greatest things I loved of this trailer is we're actually getting to see New York post snap. You could see like the skyline's deserted around the Statue of Liberty. Looks like it's like a refugee camp. There's a shot of Citi Field, the baseball field empty. And I'm like, whoa, like this is kind of what you wanted to see. So some time has passed. I also love in the very beginning. Did you notice all the black and white stuff in the beginning is quick shots of all the characters that were dusted.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's what they're showing.
At first,
in the
I didn't
beginning.
notice it because it was so fast.
Yeah.
But it's all the character. Why do they do it in black and white but with like a red highlight?
With the red highlight, and they did the same, and it still says Marvel 10, even though it's technically the 11th year.
Is
but
it
this
because
is
Marvel's logo is red that they did that?
Yeah, probably red and white. I kind of like that. I like that high contrasty one highlight color. So the next thing you see is Tony Stark and Nebula working on something.
Yeah, that was cool.
So that's pretty crazy because it looked like in the trailer that he was running out of air, but we were like, somebody else is on that ship. So they're on the ship together.
They're getting to work.
Okay, and then you see the first of 2 clips where it's a group of people, but the spacing and the composition is a little weird. Did you notice this?
I saw that. I read it. I was on Reddit and Reddit pointed it out to me.
So the first time you see them walking in front of like the Avengers headquarters, the A in the back, it's nighttime. It's a shot of 4 people. Don Cheadle, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson. But there's a huge space between Don Cheadle and Bruce Banner.
Right.
As
Mark
if
Ruffalo.
they took somebody out. Maybe.
It looks maybe. And they're all looking up at the sky as if
And they're all
someone is
looking
arriving.
up at the sky. Yeah,
which
yes.
could likely be Tony Stark and either Tony Stark and Nebula or possibly Captain Marvel.
Well, the other speculation is that Captain Marvel was the one who was removed from the shots. She could be with them. Then you see Rocket somewhere. I believe they were shooting this in Iceland. So I'm not sure what it's supposed to be in this universe, but he's got like his old school suit on. A lot of people notice.
But
that's kind of cool.
The background was like very like lush and green.
Well, there's water and mountains. He's a coast side. And what is this? I don't know where this is. Then you have Black Widow just firing a bunch of rounds at target practice. Her hair here is blonde and long and braided. Mm-hmm. The hair is very important in all of these because it keeps changing.
Why is her hair still blonde?
So I don't know. And the length keeps changing. Remember it was shorter in the last trailer?
I do remember. Let's get her back in some red hair.
Well, we'll get to the red hair in a second. I think she will get there. Okay. Then you see a quick shot of Ant-Man and War Machine suiting up again It's a 2-shot. There is a huge space between them. It's very odd.
Oh, you're talking about the shot. Oh, yeah. That
Right?
shot. Yeah. That one I didn't notice as much, but maybe.
I think something's going on there. Why would you put these people so far apart? It looks awkward, like they're hiding something.
The one I noticed the most, are you getting to this, was when they're
No,
walking.
which one? Yeah.
There's the silhouette of them walking through Avengers.
Oh, yes. At the
Avengers.
through the headquarters.
And there's another awkward space towards that back.
Okay. So I actually love this shot because last time they showed us this, there was nobody walking. But you see, and we'll get to the shield. Look, Steve has his shield. Somehow Steve got his shield back. So you see Steve with his shield, and then
his arm is shaking as he's putting it on, as if he's nervous or
PTSD,
been in
trauma,
or maybe he's been in a tough fight and he's just beat the fuck up.
So you're right. You see the silhouette of the team, which is Rocket, Black Widow, Thor, War Machine, Captain America.
Well, it's Captain America on the front, Thor, Black Widow, Rocket,
Hawkeye, maybe.
Looks like
and then
Ant-Man
War Machine.
is neck.
Oh, Ant-Man.
Let me see. I'm pausing it.
There is a weird gap there. Also,
there's a weird gap between
something's going on.
Hawkeye and in War Machine, and then look, maybe Ant-Man ends at the back.
Well, look, we know what they did it for Infinity War with that shot with they were running with the Hulk wasn't there, but some people speculating that is actually a scene from Endgame after they fucking changed things, like they were showing us Endgame all along. Which I think is kind of the theories that have been going around for these are amazing. Like
I've seen a lot of theories.
There's
too.
almost too many to keep up with.
Well, they've done a really good job of not revealing anything really.
Yes,
what's going to happen?
We're just seeing the first 15 to 20 minutes of the movie. Unless he's lying again,
he might be lying there too. I don't know what we're seeing.
I don't know what to twist anymore.
All we're seeing is just character stuff. Really, we're not really seeing anything that's going to tell us how this plot's going to go. It's all kind of very dour.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed, although you can tell it was it wasn't spoken in that way.
Yeah, the line,
did you notice when they're like some people, and then it's pause and then it's like move on, and did you notice that?
No, like it was cut from a different thing,
cut from a different scene. Like it was like some people move on. But not us.
So he may not even say this. They're forcing
the way he says "move on." It's like "move on." It's not cut the way, or he didn't say that in that order of words.
That's interesting.
But I did enjoy that the emphasis was not like these people that won't move on, like not us, not us. I like that.
I mean, I think the marketing is amazing, and you're right. They don't have to show anything, but they're very good at holding the swerve. And so far, it's working. And for just 30 seconds, there was a lot here.
If you look at the shots in New York, you can actually see like the one of the Statue of Liberty, the boats are just all over the place.
Yeah.
And then the one of City Field, which is where the Mets play, like the infield is growing, the grass is growing over the infield.
So you see how much time has passed. Oh yeah, because the field is faded out. Yeah.
Cars are all over the place.
So what do you think? I think it's gonna be like a few years.
It seems like this is at least a decent amount of time after.
Yeah.
I don't know about years, but at least 6 months. Who knows? But this movie isn't directly after the snap.
No, but whether it goes back or loops and you get no hint of Thanos or anything, but you don't really.
This is really. I mean, if they just do this like the original trailer and this Super Bowl spot, and that's it, I'm perfectly fine with that.
I mean, we don't have long to wait.
Did you see that the movie's going to be potentially 3 hours?
Yes, let's talk about that.
And that they might do in an intermission. Did you see that?
Yes. So, they mentioned, he's like, earlier, the Russo brothers mentioned, we're sitting on a 3 hour cut. Now, he's like, we still have a 3 hour cut, which is great. Give me a fucking 4 hour movie. So they have screened this movie 4 times already, I read, with an intermission. And they said 3 out of the 4 screenings, nobody fucking left their seat.
Wow.
They sat there. I think if you pace this movie well enough, I don't know, don't fucking drink a soda during the movie, people.
That's
just take a piss before.
First off, I'm down for 3 hours. Second, my strategy into going to any movie that I need to sit for a long time is exactly that. If I put some Coke or some alcohol in me, I'm getting up to piss regardless.
Yeah,
if I just drink like a little water and take a nice bathroom break right before, or to go to the bathroom right before, I can last the 3 hours.
Be a goddamn adult. Listener. Yes, be a goddamn adult and pace yourself.
Or just pee down the leg.
So let me ask you.
It still might be kind of cool. The theater might be blasting the AC. It'll be a warm sensation down.
You know, at the Walgreens, they sell those
catheter?
Not the catheter, but the bedpan, the bedpan side piece.
Well, that's if you need to shit.
You pee in. It's like it's got a handle and it's got a tilted up neck, and it's for people in hospital beds. They can just pee lying down.
I'm more of a fan of the catheter.
I had to take care of my grandfather when I was a teenager, and I know that pee thing very well.
It's so disgusting.
It's very, and I had to empty it.
It looks painful.
I had to, not the catheter. It wasn't a catheter. It was just like I would give him this thing and he'd open it and pee it. And then I had to carry it and dump out my grandfather's urine into the toilet. And I'm like 12, 13 years old, maybe. So
you're like, this is normal.
Yeah.
I mean, at 12 or 13, well, no, at that point, you kind of already realize, like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, no, it was, but look, I took care of the man. You take care of your family. You do what has to be done. Anyways,
Ohana means take care of your family.
Ohana. Yes. Is that what in Hawaiian?
I don't know.
Hawaii? What were we talking about? Oh, this is what I was going to ask you. Look, if you go to the theater, you are used to intermissions, but that's because it's a live fucking thing. These people need a break.
The actual theater.
Yes, the actual
live theater.
Legitimate theater. I love legitimate theater, the live theater, musicals,
I enjoy
Broadway.
the breaks. That's cool.
So for a 3-hour movie, what do you think? You need this break? It would be nice to get up and pee, but
from what I've read, that's like part of the old movie going experience.
Yeah, well, they used to have a little play a piano and a guy would play some music, and then
I wouldn't mind a little break.
Yeah.
The reason they got rid of it is because they wanted to jam in as many screenings as possible to make more money.
Yeah, which brings me to my other point is now keep it 3 hours, but now you have less screenings.
Right.
Is this
I don't think we'll get an intermission. An intermission.
Maybe like I don't know. What do you do? Like a 5-10 minutes? Is that too long? I don't know. Is that enough time?
10 minutes is inappropriate. And what in live performances? What is it? 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah, it can be up to 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Yeah. Look, this will be the longest superhero movie at 3 hours ever. Geek boner, bring it fucking on! I say, with or without intermission.
Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition?
Still not 3 hours. Just
3 hours?
It was like 2:48.
Fuck that movie.
Or 2:50. It was just shy of 3 hours. Okay, few more things dropping about Endgame. We have now an official synopsis. These things are usually vague, but sometimes there's clues. Here it is. After the devastating events of Avengers Infinity War, the universe is in ruins due to the efforts of the Mad Titan Thanos. With the help of remaining allies, the Avengers must assemble once more in order to undo Thanos' actions and restore order to the universe once and for all, no matter what consequences may be in store. So I feel like their choice of the word undo is important.
Yeah.
Like, as your time travel, it's going to reverse things.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely, the whole point of this is undoing the snap. So I do think time travel will be involved and some other wacky shit.
And no matter what consequences, that's people dying.
I mean, to me, this feels like, just looking at the marketing, and it's been the trailer and this.
Yeah.
It seems like a very Cap-focused movie. So I feel like he's definitely going to die. I mean, Cap got the short end of the stick in this last one.
Yeah.
He didn't have a ton of screen time at all.
Yeah, they did. They've been focusing
on... I think this is Cap's redemption, or Cap's revenge.
It's really focusing on him trying to deal with this. How can he fix it? How can he deal with the grief, the loss? And like, there's no hope. And like, there's still, all we have is that little Paul Rudd, in terms of humor, the little Paul Rudd stinger. But this is like, not a lot of hope, a lot of loss. Wow. It's so dark for for a big movie. Okay, and then the last thing, this just released today. They're calling this an official live action promotional image. You can thank Orville Redenbacher for this. It was found on their website. It's for a promotional piece, and it's terrible. It is a photo. Well, it's a Photoshop collage of the OG, the original 6 Avengers, in their Endgame's costume.
Geek boner shit.
And there's some surprising things. But to your point, Anthony, yes, it looks like everybody was cut out and just kind of put in there without much
badly photoshopped.
Yeah, but Photoshop aside, look, you got Thor, who looked like Thor kind of did, but he's got the Stormbreaker. You got Iron Man in a gold and red armor that looks a lot like the old school comic book armor. The face does anyways. Like,
his face has always looked like that.
Yeah, with that little V in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a new suit. Captain America has a new costume. He does not have a shield, but it looks like the shield was just like cut out of the photo. It looks like he's holding a shield, and they just like deleted it, erased it. Then you have Black Widow with red hair.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, and it's kind of short. The most drastic change is Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye, all in black with like a fucking shaved sides like we saw him.
Like a hipster haircut.
Yeah, kind of like
shaved
a hipster.
sides, long on top.
Black arrows, black crossbow, black bow and arrow. And then we saw, remember this promo art of the Hulk in a costume?
Yeah.
Well, this is a photo, live action photo of a Mark Ruffalo looking Hulk wearing a fucking outfit.
Oh, shit.
Purple outfit. What do you think of this outfit?
He's wearing some stretchy outfit. I mean, well, first off, this is the most the Hulk has ever looked like Mark Ruffalo.
Yes.
The rumor is that we're getting a smart Hulk in this one, so the one that kind of retains Banner's intelligence and can speak sentences coherently.
How fucking smart is that?
That'd be awesome.
After giving us the really 2-year-old Hulk in Ragnarok, and then they teased us by holding him back in Infinity War, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get him back.
Fucking teased to get him back now, and for him to be Ruffalo, Mr. Joe Fix-It, smart Hulk, that's badass. So maybe, none of this happens, or maybe there's a different path, parallel universe, where he doesn't have problems hulking out. Also, did you notice somebody else pointed out on Black Widow's hand, she has a circular disc on the outside of her hand, which is rumored to be maybe those time-traveling devices.
Oh, yeah. Well, she also had those circular discs. They were like electric charges that she would throw
that she throws out. That's right. Yeah. It could just be a weapon.
Widow stings or whatever the fuck it is.
But I believe this is like your first official promo image of Endgame.
It's a terrible first official promo image.
Well,
I think I don't know what the fuck that is.
Thanks again, Oval Redenbacher. Fucking shitty-ass popcorn.
You don't like the popcorn?
No, it's pretty good. Wait, were we talking about this before the show? I can't eat popcorn anymore. It gets stuck in my teeth.
The kernels,
Yeah, it's not even the kernels. It's those little, what do you call those? Yeah, the half shell, mini half things. It's the most annoying fucking thing in the world. Why would I willingly put that in my mouth and get stuck in my teeth? Fuck you, popcorn. Listener, if you want to let us know what you think of
you, popcorn,
the Endgame trailer and this new photo that just popped up today, visit our website, visit our contact page at jockandnerd.com/contact. You can send us a voicemail. You can email us. You can follow us on Twitter, or you can join our exclusive closed group just for you. It's called the Jock and Nerd Nation. Everybody's in there geeking out, chopping it up with each other. I love that I know so many listeners' names. Here's a testimonial. This is the best way I can describe this group, and Blake Braden did it. He commented out of the blue, and I love that you did this, Blake. He writes, I want to give a huge props to this entire group for having civil discussions, great debates, and bringing a positive vibe to the internet. I am a part of a few groups that are incredibly vile and poisonous. It makes me appreciate this fam even more. Thank you. Thank you, Blake Braden.
Yeah,
Join the group.
Blake, you're a big part of why that group, the group is the way it is, so...
And I tell you, listener, if you dig this show, you are going to get along with everybody in that group. We are like-minded people, and that's why everything's cool. I love this group. I do. Everything he said is true, and you guys are doing a great job.
Can you believe when we created this show nearly 4 years ago?
Yes.
That we would have a Facebook group with awesome discussion that's not like a fucking message board on whatever the fuck site, or like a Facebook comment.
Yeah, over 300 people, and... the fact, like I said, that I know so much about our listeners and their names and what they're into and how they connect to different parts of me, you, and Rugboy. When we started, we had no audience. It's blowing me away. And now we got Andy Dick fucking talking about us. How about that?
How about it?
See, listener, dreams do come true.
You can be a podcaster too.
Anyone can be a podcast. You should start a podcast. All right, let's talk about the other 30-second spot from Marvel, which cost him $1 million?
Probably more.
5 million. I think it was 5 million per 30-second spot, which is fucking insane. But Captain Marvel also gave us another 30 seconds. And you know what? I really fucking love this 30 seconds too. In 30 seconds, they got higher, further, faster, like in your head.
Higher, further, faster,
and repeating
baby.
it. Yes, I love that. And she says it, and I really think for the Super Bowl, people are gonna get this. It looks like fun. She punches a fucking spaceship out of the sky, and Sam Jackson's laughing. They're fist bumping. I love this. What'd you think, Anthony?
I'm in the bag for all the Marvel movies. I'll say it once, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I found this to be kind of okay. I'm just not all that impressed by the Captain Marvel marketing, to be honest with you.
It's different.
I mean, just for me, it's not that it's different. For me, it's just kind of bland. It's just kind of. I saw this on Birth Movies.The, so it's not me quoting it. But one of the commenters were like, "This movie is like superhero : the superhero movie."
The superhero movie. Well, clearly you can tell that they were trying something different, and they're not maybe quite sure how to sell this. What is important without spoiling things.
I think that's the problem. Is the whole sell for this up to this point was the fact that she is a mystery, right? Like you don't know. Yeah. She doesn't even know her identity. But for someone that we don't really know in like the pop culture, for me that's just kind of like a tough sell. It's like, wait, you want me to follow the mystery of who this person is without any familiarity on who this person is?
They're still trying to communicate why you should care.
Yeah, I am having a tough time digesting why I should care about.
And
Captain
unlike
Marvel.
Black Panther, who had a little backdoor entrance cameo, which worked great, this is straight out of the blue, and it's cosmic stuff.
Black Panther had that backdoor cameo, just going like or Doctor Strange had like this. Oh, we're diving into this psychedelic world now, whereas Captain Marvel's like aliens, flying girl.
Shapeshifters.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it's like all stuff we've kind of seen before.
But it also it's got to kind of serve as another Iron Man, like the first Iron Man.
I mean, I'm probably gonna like it. So this is all for naught. But I'm just saying the marketing for me hasn't hit that note that I thought it would.
I feel like they're slowly getting better at getting people interested without.
Well, it looks like they're going to make a lot of money this opening weekend.
It is now. Before it was at 140 million opening weekend, and it's now tracking to open at 160 million dollars. Opening weekend will be the second highest opening weekend for Marvel, behind Black Panther, which made 202. So here's the question: last year, Black Panther, Infinity War, boom, boom, 1-2 punch. They made over $3 billion.
Yep.
Does the same thing happen this year, Captain Marvel Endgame?
I just don't have the faith that Captain Marvel is going to be the cultural hit that Black Panther was, although it's trending to do well.
Yeah.
I know it will do well because I've been saying that a Marvel female-led superhero movie is important, but I don't know if it's going to strike
this is going to be interesting.
The chord that Black Panther hit. I mean, Avengers is going to do amazing. Captain Marvel is going to do good as well, but is it going to do like that next level? I don't know.
I don't think it makes some people are saying it makes $1 billion. I honestly feel, look at what happened with Wonder Woman. I think we can look to that
Did it make
success. No, like mid 800 million, around 800 million.
Okay.
I feel like that's what this thing could make, split domestic and international 800 million. If it makes $1 billion, that's amazing. But it's good. Yeah. We're gonna have to wait and see because it's not.
Well, Black Panther was 1.3 billion.
Yes, yes. Do you think Endgame will make $2 billion? Is that just a given?
Well, Infinity War was just over 2 billion.
Yeah,
I think it'll be. I don't know if it's not a given. It's gonna come close.
Okay,
I don't think it's a given.
I wonder if it will out.
The movie has to be good for
Infinity
it to get
War.
to.
Yes.
To get to Avengers.
But man, even if it isn't at this point with the hype, I mean, it would have to be really bad to just fucking.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be bad.
No, I don't think so either. And I can't wait.
Why are you whispering?
I don't know because I don't want them to hear us.
Yeah,
I don't want Marvel to hear us.
Marvel, Feige's watching us.
So Captain Marvel also has.
He's like, what is with that man's beard? Why is he dying?
What did you spill on his face?
Yeah.
No, that's just how it grows.
He had an allergic reaction to the chloroform that I put on his face.
Oh, Jesus. Anthony tried to fucking gas me out. But then I was too heavy and you just fell over.
You fell on me and we were stuck.
You're like, shit, I can't drag this fat piece of shit around. What was I thinking? Captain Marvel is already screened early. And of course, hyperbole reaction saying it's one of the best movies ever. But it's screening well, basically.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is spoilery, but apparently the cat is a big thing.
Oh, cat. Yeah. That's a big thing in the comics, right?
It is a big thing in the comics. So if you know anything about Carol Danvers.
Cats.
Really? You're not a cat? You're a dog person.
Well, I'm allergic, first off.
Oh, shit. I'm allergic to some
not
cats.
severely allergic, but like allergic
All
enough.
Cats?
I don't know. Lately, when I know that I'm going to be around a cat, I take some allergy medicine before I playing with the cat.
Yeah, that's smart.
Cats secretly just want to kill you. They just look at you as another cat that they want to kill.
Why do you think they got fucking sharp paws and sharp teeth and sharp claws? What is that for? Not for petting.
Like cats are like, it's the strangest thing. Like you'll be peeing and then, the cat's looking at me from above.
Whereas,
look at my fucking cat. Like,
I agree.
This cat is so goddamn social. Look at him, and he's hiding behind like the fucking radiator.
They stare at you while you sleep. These are not
they just want to kill
creatures. You. Yeah. Meanwhile, a dog is just like, hey, buddy, how you doing? I mean,
dogs are super needy. Cats are much more independent, but I don't know. I just like dogs. And the allergy thing really does skew my view.
Not all dogs are needy. I have one fucking Joplin can be a little stuck up and just does things on our own time. Okay, Job. Cat. Back to the cat.
One more thing while we're on the cats.
About the cat, yes.
Well, let's go with dogs now.
Okay.
Why is it that we talk to dog like we like do that with our voice? Like, okay, Joplin.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Who's a good boy?
Like we talk to dogs like they're babies.
Well, they do react to tone. You know, the tone of your voice. When it's higher, when you're like bad boy, like they'll hear the tone. So sharp, harsh sounds will make them stop. High, if you talk high, their ears perk up. They hear you. But I just talk to my dogs in a regular voice. I'm like, hey, sup, Chop? How you doing? So I tell her, you need something? What do you need? Oh, you want to go outside? All right, let's go. Just talk to them. You got to acknowledge them. Just say hi. Look them in the eyes. It's the best thing. Anyways, this cat is a piece of shit in this movie, apparently. No, I don't know. The cat is the thing. Cat's called Goose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like from
Top Gun. It is a Top Gun reference. Yeah. And then last thing, Marvel and Disney has officially confirmed that Captain Marvel will be the first movie to exclusively stream on Disney Plus after its theatrical run. So we got Endgame, and that's it. We're not getting Captain Marvel. This will cost Disney $150 million
to switch it over to Disney Plus.
Yes, to skip the Netflix. So this is
they're not getting the streaming, those licensing rights.
I believe that's I believe that's how it works, and they're gonna have to pay to bypass the Netflix, but. They're looking at this long term for a company that made $17 billion in its fucking movies. $150 million. I will eat that for the long road. For a longer investment.
They're investing in their streaming service.
So I think it'll be fine. A lot of people seem to be pissed off by this, but I don't know why.
I read that like streaming services are a very long term play. I hear that Netflix still loses money.
Still, they're spending a lot.
They spend a shit ton on original content.
On original content, they're spending a lot of money. But it is that stage. I still think it's that stage of growth in a business where you have to put the money right back in.
Right.
You have to spend. You got to get VC investor money until the things start to pick up. And now Disney will have to. And like Disney's, this is their priority. They keep saying over and over again. We'll get into it a little bit later. Bob Iger was on a earnings call, and people have been talking, but. This is their primary thing they're focusing all their fucking money on. And then they're going to spend, I thought I read somewhere like $500 million on the shows. Jeez. So I think we talked about that last episode. Okay.
We talked about that.
Other Super Bowl spots. I got to give points to fucking Bud Light sneaking in a secret Game of Thrones fucking commercial.
That was amazing.
Wow.
That one, I was like, this Bud Light commercial, I mean, it's in the same tone of their Dilly Dilly stuff.
Yeah.
And like all those other things that they were doing. But I was like, this feels like Game of Thrones. And I was like, oh my God, that's the fucking mountain.
First of all, I hate fucking Dilly Dilly. I hope they
You don't like Dilly Dilly?
No, it's dumb.
I think it's hilarious.
I think it's just stupid. But I was not paying attention, and then all of a sudden I hear the music, and I was like, oh, fuck, what the fuck is this? And then I see the fucking mountain, and a dragon just torched the fucking whole thing. It was great. Online, there's an extended clip where he's like, the Bud Knight is like, hold my beer, and you hold this beer, and you hold this beer. And he's like giving people beers, and it's a little bit longer, a little more violent. Like, everybody dies in this commercial that's there in that little arena. It's hilarious.
I was like caught off guard, and by the end of it, I was like, fuck yeah, Game of Thrones is coming back.
And then it goes, Game of Thrones in April. I had to rewind it and watch it again. So very smart. Nobody was expecting that. And then it also reminded me we must talk about the Hobbs and Shaw trailer.
Geek boner.
A Fast and Furious Presents spin-off movie. Anthony, you have seen all these movies.
Not all of them. I didn't see the last one.
You are a fan of the franchise, I believe?
Yeah, I like the franchise.
The franchise has brought in $5 billion.
Yeah.
It's huge internationally. First of all, what do you think of this trailer? And is this smart? A spinoff off of Fast and Furious?
It is smart because The Rock and Jason Statham are gigantic names and can carry a movie on their own for sure.
Were they always like the best parts of the movie anyways?
The Rock has always been one of the better. Like,
okay.
When they added The Rock in Fast 5,
right,
that rejuvenated the series more than anything else.
Okay.
He was just, that was the best part. Jason Statham, yeah, he's all right. The weird thing about Jason Statham is he was the bad guy like 2 films ago.
Okay.
And he did some really vile shit, and now he's like the good guy. That's kind of hard to like comprehend. But
they do not like each other.
They're like, yeah, they don't like each other. Hobbs is the tank, and he's like the military guy, and Shaw is the ex-criminal that's a little bit more suave and stealthy. As far as this trailer, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, but if you've followed Fast and Furious up to this point, it's gotten more ridiculous as each movie has passed. But they've never done a enhanced bad guy.
This is a straight up superhero movie. Idris Elba as a super soldier looks fucking amazing, actually. What the fuck? Like, it's so over the top, they don't give a shit. I mean, the whole scene at the end where they're running down a building, and there's there's communication. He's in the elevator, and they just constantly are running. How tall is this fucking building that they're just running down for like a minute talking to each other?
Well, not only that, he's punching guys.
And he's punching guys. And
Rock is, yeah.
And he's mouthing swear words to Jason Statham. Fucking great. And that girl is the girl from Mission Impossible Fallout. Remember that girl? She was, he saved her from that one nightclub. The blonde girl.
I don't remember her at all.
She's very attractive. I was like, oh, I remember that girl. So, and she was very good in that movie too. She can fight. But yeah, again, the car going under the semi truck. I've always dreamed of like actually doing that. I'm like, could you do that? Apparently you could do that.
I don't know if you can do. There's a lot of things that in these movies that I'm 100% positive you can't do that they're doing. I mean, it's the superhero action movie without superheroes. That's what this franchise has become.
With a supervillain.
And now it's the spin-offs.
I think you got a hit franchise here. I think you got another like multi-billion-dollar
they've
franchise.
Probably got another good thing going with this. I mean, to be quite honest,
yeah.
Although Vin Diesel is the face of Fast and Furious, he's probably the least charismatic out of these actors.
Yes.
So taking Hobbs, which is The Rock, and Statham,
smart
as Shaw, and putting them in their own film. Yeah, I mean, that's smart.
I wouldn't want to see Vin as one of these roles. Like,
yeah,
you're right.
And how many times can we see Vin Diesel and his family doing stuff? Like, this is a good.
That's every movie.
A good segue.
Yeah,
a good split.
This is directed by David Leitch. Deadpool 2, John Wick, okay. David Leitch. Huh. So already you can tell the action's gonna be just fucking crazy, over the top. I'm in. It's coming out in June. In? Fuck it, yeah. Right. It's fucking great. Idris Elba is so good. I want to see him as a supervillain. That really intrigues me.
He is I'm reading online, an international cyber-genetically enhanced terrorist leader and a criminal mastermind.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Now, unless the script is really, really horrible, I mean, he can make anything really good. Let's have a real shit material.
This is the type of movie where you go in and you turn your mind off and you just have a good time.
Absolutely. Summer blockbuster all the way. That sounds awesome. All right, look, let's take a quick break. We're going to play some promos. We'll come back, do some more news. On the other side, listener, there's a dude out there that's giving away a comic book store for free.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What?
Right after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hi guys, I'm Dean.
And I'm Daniel.
And we're from the IMDB Journey podcast,
where we break down every movie from the top 250 list, giving our own thoughts and reviews and any general discussion along the way.
But when we're not doing that, we also battle other podcasts in various movie-related games of trivia and drafts.
We also give quick reviews about every other film we've watched as well.
Yeah, here we're quite good too.
Yeah, if you guys don't believe us, why don't you listen to these genuine testimonies?
Oh, hey guys, you guys are really good. I love your chemistry.
Oh, hey, Brew. It's this is a good podcast, yo. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, love the banter, guys. Keep it up.
IMDB Journey is one of my favorite podcasts of all time. Fantastic testimonies.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely genuine and real. And if you want to give a genuine testimony as well, go ahead and search for IMDB Journey. You can find us on all your favorite podcast sites, including iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify.
So come along and join our journey.
Hey, it's Brian.
And it's Tony.
From the Salty Language Podcast. Two friends that have been around each other for, 70 years or something, and...
We're like a married couple that you hate.
Yeah, basically, something like that. We talk about, just weird news, stuff that happens in our life, pop culture, really anything. We just have a nice conversation and make up stuff along the way. You can find us at saltylanguage.com.
For sure. And it'd be really fine.
Well, also, you can find us on dangerentertainment.net.
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
Entertainment.net, in case you missed it the first time.
This is Jason Mewes, and for reasons best left between you and your therapist, you're listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. Snooch to the nooch.
Jock and Nerd.
Listener, if you enjoy the show, if we've made you chuckle or guffaw or slightly smirk even, join the fan club. Visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon, where you will get more show. You will get access to a bonus RSS feed, a whole nother podcast feed with bonus episodes, post shows, instant reactions. You get early access to the weekly show. It comes out there first. Listen to it before the rest of the world. A lot of great exclusive stuff. New content this week, Anthony. We have season 1 finale of Jock Talk.
Oh, shit.
This is you going with the season 1 finale. Yes, there is another episode of Jock Talk with me and listener Chaz Hubbard. By the way, you can get all this access to all these shows and bonus content for just $1 a month. Like if you can't afford $1 a month, you poor as fuck.
What are you doing with your life? How are you even listening to this podcast? You wouldn't have a phone.
But we appreciate you listening too.
Yes.
So you don't have to join, but you should. There's another episode with Jazz Hubbard. This is the final episode of Jock Talk, at least the weekly version for a little bit, just because with the ending of the NFL season, there isn't a ton to talk about every week. Although, whenever Chaz decides that there's some content, he will message me and we'll do another episode. So it could be next week that you get another episode of Jock Talk, or it could be 2 months from now. Who knows?
Their bottom is very weak.
Very weak. So this is why there's no more Jock. No, it's because we just don't have stuff to talk about every week.
Look, it's like seasons in sports. You take a break.
Football season's over, so we're taking a break.
You guys completed a season of Jock Talk. I like it. Now, if you are part of the Facebook group, Jock and Nerd Nation, Anthony, you had teased a little project of yours. This is very exciting. Hold on.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, me too.
Why don't you let's fill the listener in on what you got going on. This is great.
Sure. So if you're listening right now and you're a Patreon subscriber, you'll have noticed that there is a conversation that I had with one of our listeners who's also a artist. His name is Humphrey Ching. It's about an hour and a half. It's like an hour and 15 minutes long of just unfiltered, unedited conversation with someone that I thought was very interesting. He had some strong opinions on our Jock and Nerd Nation group about Shang-Chi and Black Panther, so we just dive into that and just have a conversation. So you'll already have had access to that and seen that if you're a Patreon subscriber. For those of you listening to the show now and are not on Patreon, we will be putting that, you should get on Patreon first if you really want to listen to it, but we will be putting that content on the main feed starting this week. Reason being is I'm kind of starting with Imran's help in terms of just producing. I am starting my own little spin-off show, and I've played with the name, maybe Mano a Mano, maybe just Jock and Nerd spin-off or Jock spin-off. Who the fuck knows what I'm going to call it? But basically what it's going to be, if you've ever listened to a Joe Rogan podcast, he brings on interesting people and just has unfiltered, unedited conversation, not really interview style. I've always wanted to do something like that, so I'm doing it. We have a built-in audience, so I'm deciding right now I want to do it because I've met a lot of cool people through this podcast and throughout my life. So I've booked a bunch of people that I've met in my life that I find interesting, and I'm just going to have 45-minute to hour to 2-hour conversations, however long it goes, with these people, and we're just going to throw it on the feed. So if you're listening to the show and you see something labeled, a different number and like a little bit of a different title, that's my side show. You can choose to listen to it, or you can choose not to. It doesn't matter either way, but that will become a regular thing on the feed that you'll be seeing starting this week. So I'm really excited about it. This is something I've always really wanted to do, especially since starting my own show or starting a podcast. Jock and Nerd will forever be the home for me, but this will be the Jock and Nerd spin-off show. So it's tangentially related to Jock and Nerd, but it's its own thing.
Bro, do you even podcast?
Yes, he does.
I do.
I love this, Anthony. I love that, like, we can spin. I love when you get spin-offs. Like, spin-offs are always great.
This is a spin-off.
You have the main show. It will be the next thing in the feed, listener. And you're going to hear from a lot of people you've already heard on the show in the first couple of them.
I have some good guests already booked. Some people that you might be familiar with. Matt Delhauer, John Bellotti, TJ Johnson from Voice from the Underground. So a bunch of good names, a bunch of people you've never met before. So it'll be very interesting. And again, if you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it. You can just listen to the Jock and Nerd show. If you do like it, awesome. But I'm just doing this for me because I think these people are interesting and I'd like to have conversations with them. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's really good.
Look, I'm happy to facilitate this, and I love that we're both kind of doing what we wanted to do. Like, I always wanted like a geek talk show, and you always wanted your own interview, Joe Rogan style show. There's no reason we can't do this. It's the beauty of podcasting. I encourage the listener, check it out. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, definitely let me know what you think.
If you think of a name, we're taking name suggestions because we don't really have a good one. But look, I'm more than happy to help Anthony do this. And now all this means is more than once a week you're getting content in the Jock and Nerd feed. It's more show. It's more content. It's a win-win.
It won't be, at first it might be weekly, but as I start to run out of guests, it might just be whenever I find someone. So
maybe every other week.
Yeah, it might, it'll come out when it comes out. It's not going to be like Jock and Nerd where you can rely on it every Sunday.
Yeah,
it'll be something that you'll just see pop up in your feed.
And as always, the episodes will show up on our fan club first. So jockandnerd.com/Patreon.
And that's the big thing. Yeah, they'll always go on the Patreon first. And like I said, they'll be clearly labeled so you'll know, hey, this isn't necessarily the Jock and Nerd show. It's something else.
This is exciting. We're branching out. Oh my God. Jock and Nerd. Yes. Okay.
Well, the best part about this is no Imran. No one to interrupt me.
It's all... I guess that's the best.
Or interrupt the listener. Not the listener, the guest.
The guest.
Maybe one day I'll have you on as my guest.
That would be crazy. Look, more Anthony. Sammy.
More Anthony.
Was it Sammy Wells last week?
He loves Anthony.
Sign up now, Sammy. More.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
And the first episode, it's very interesting. You guys warm up by the end. You learn a lot about Anthony and Humphrey Ching. Great perspectives, unique perspectives. And it's going to get better. So good work.
Yeah, I
glad to see you producing content.
Bear with it because in the beginning it might be a little awkward, but as I keep doing these will get better and better. And
you remember how our first show was?
Yeah, you sounded like you were on Valium.
Sleepy train wreck. Yes. I don't know what happened. I just eaten a big piece of bread and it spiked my insulin and I was sleepy. Something. Okay, let's finish up the news before we get to news from the nation.
News from the nation?
No, that's not yet.
Not yet.
But I like your enthusiasm. I like your excitement. Deadpool 2, Anthony.
Yes.
Remember how the Deadpool movies we're not going to open in China? China is like, fuck you with your filthy, cussing, nudity, violent movies.
Okay.
No, right? Well, after they made a PG-13 cut of Deadpool 2, China is like, you know what? We take this one. It opens in China. I believe the title was like Deadpool 2, like Home is Love or something weird. But it made a lot of money in China, way more than it made here. And it is now the highest grossing X-Men movie.
Oh, shit.
For Fox. Number one.
Wow.
Is Deadpool 2 sitting at $785 million worldwide. The first Deadpool made $783.
Remember when like Ryan Reynolds for years was just begging Fox to make a Deadpool movie?
And they were just laughing at him, and they're like, "Yeah, right, get out of here."
This is their Trojan horse.
I think it was like 11 years he was waiting to make this movie, and they have become the franchise itself's made over $1 billion.
Oh shit!
$1.5 billion.
It's staying. The X-Men franchise is worth what it is right now because of Deadpool.
Because of Deadpool, which is crazy. So, not surprising to learn that Bob Iger has said they will keep the Deadpool franchise R-rated under Disney in a recent earnings call. Now, he said this in 2017 also, but I think after seeing how Once Upon a Deadpool made not a lot of money, they were like, you know what? Maybe we just keep it R-rated.
Yeah, I think that's a smart choice. I think they said they would do that, and they're going to keep it separate too, right?
Well, he said, these are his words, it would require careful branding so we're not in any way confusing the consumer. So, does this mean that he won't live in the proper MCU?
I don't know. It would take some very creative writing to figure out how to put him in the proper MCU.
I mean, they're definitely not going to put the Disney logo before this R-rated movie.
No.
They would
treat put the Disney logo before the Marvel movies, do they?
No. It just starts with the Marvel logo. Yeah. It doesn't start with like the Magic Castle and all that.
That'd be really weird.
But, Disney has production companies that make R-rated movies and, treat it as such. Right. But with all the references he makes to X-Men characters, like, how would you write this?
I don't know. Speaking of the R-rated stuff under Disney,
yes.
Did you see that their R-rated streaming content will go on Hulu?
Oh, yes, there's that.
Bob Iger mentioned that.
Bob Iger has been talking a lot about handling this adult stuff, and I like that. And also, the rumor, I meant to mention the rumor, the Black Widow movie may be R-rated.
Oh, shit.
That's strange.
Did you see that?
I didn't see that. I must have missed that one. But Black Widow R-rated, I mean, I wouldn't be against it, but that'd be a kind of a... I don't know. That'd be strange. Like they've been doing PG-13 movies this whole time. Why Black Widow with an R-rated movie?
I don't know. Well, look, you did it for Wolverine, and you got him. But that makes sense. It's kind of like Rugg said last week about the Birds of why would the Birds of Prey movie be R-rated? Why would now? If you look at the movie Red Sparrow with Jennifer Lawrence, I believe that movie's R-rated, and I believe it is pretty much the Black Widow fucking story. It could be a little sexier, a little more violent. I don't know. But it seems like Iger is open to making R-rated Marvel stuff. As long as it doesn't confuse the overall brand, I guess.
They should be fine. I mean, the Netflix stuff is R-rated, basically.
Yeah, but
I don't think people are too confused, unless you're saying, like, movies.
Yeah. The Netflix stuff is not R-rated. It's barely R-rated. I wish they would push it. Just in terms of violence, but they don't let them swear, really.
Yeah, but the violence is definitely R-rated.
The violence is R-rated violence.
I mean, Punisher is brutal.
Yeah. So if they're willing to go that far on the Hulu, maybe they can go a little bit. Because now, look, you want to kill in the streaming game. The game is, you got Titans on DC. There are swearing. There's fucking nudity. There's sex.
I think it's all unnecessary. But
but all these shows, I watched the first episode of Deadly Class on Sci-Fi, which is the Rick Remender image book. They're swearing on Sci-Fi. Cloak and Dagger is very mature. All these streaming shows, they're using adult language. They're pushing, kind of the boundaries because there really is no rating system for the most part for the streaming television.
I mean, there is, but I don't know. I don't know why they're tending to lean towards this mature.
It's called it's the HBO model of content. Really, HBO. Yeah. They're all doing what HBO did because
was edgier, violent.
Remember when HBO first came out? People were like, "Holy shit! They're showing boobies and they're swearing on uncensored movies. This is crazy." Like I remember when that was still new. That's how old I am.
I like boobies.
Kevin Feige and Lauren. Let me get her name right.
Who?
Lauren Schuler Donner.
Oh, the producer for Star Wars.
No, X-Men.
Producer for X-Men. I stand corrected.
That is Kathleen Kennedy is the Star Wars.
Another white woman.
Lauren Schuler Donner has been talking about a conversation she's had with Kevin Feige about the X-Men. Now, funnily enough, I don't know if you knew, Kevin Feige worked on the first X-Men movie with Lauren Schuler Donner.
I remember reading
right?
that,
yeah, he at some point he helped style the hair and shit. Like he was the comic book geek. and the attention to detail. So this article basically says Kevin Feige is going to take over the X-Men, and something we knew, they're looking for a new Logan.
Yeah. We're not going to get well, maybe, but Hugh Jackman won't be the lead.
He won't be the main Logan.
He's so old.
However, I feel like if you give us a new Logan, like you can absolutely bring him back to do like an old man Logan storyline.
Or you could just do like a future.
Oh yeah, jump ahead
movie, and just like a scene, and you're like, and that's how he looks when he's older.
Yes, or jump back and forth in time.
Right.
I mean, I think this is exciting. Just like we're getting a new Batman, we're getting a new Wolverine, we're getting new Avengers. Sort of.
I'm pumped.
Yes,
I'm pumped.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
No, I mean, I think it's cool. I mean, I'm excited to see X-Men in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think this is kind of what they needed after they end the Avengers storyline. So
yeah,
this is the spark. This is the jump start they need to keep all of this rolling and make it still feel fresh.
That's the thing. After 10 years and 22 movies, what do you do? How do you keep it going? How do you make it feel fresh? And here's a huge trove of characters. But she said it's all about Disney. She trusts Kevin Feige. They share sensibilities, but they're going to get a younger X-Man for Wolverine. Good for somebody who gets this role. Start the fan casting on the Jock and Nerd Nation. Okay, last thing in the proper news section. I teased this before the break. There's a dude out there. It's kind of a local story, but it's a great story. Oak Lawn, Illinois. From Patch.com. Want to own a comic book store? Owner is giving it away for free.
Oh, shit.
An Oak Lawn business owner is giving away one of his comic book stores for nothing. Carmelo Chimera, owner of Chimera, I don't know how you say it, Chimera Comics, wants to make someone's dream of owning his or her own comic book store come true. For 8 years, the 29-year-old entrepreneur has owned a chain of comic book stores in the south suburbs. He's 29, and he owns a chain of fucking comic book stores. His mothership store in LaGrange gained notoriety in 2011 when a customer walked in with an Amazing Fantasy number 15 comic book featuring the very first appearance of Spider-Man. The comic book the customer bought for a dime in 62 sold for over $12,000. Now Chimera is holding a contest to give away his Chimera's comic shop in Oak Lawn for free. If you live anywhere near Oak Lawn, it's at 4915 West 95th Street in Oak Lawn. He says, I believe people can do extraordinary things, but life gets them down. People make decisions based on fear, and I want to take that fear away. So all you have to do, you can enter this giveaway by answering the question in a 500-word essay. What makes a great comic book store? Applications will be taken through February 28th or until Chimera receives a minimum of 500 responses. He's shooting for 2,000 responses. There is a $25 application fee. It's going to go to Chimera's legal cost to transfer the store over to the new lucky owner. And you don't have to live in Illinois, but it will be easier if you live here. And Anthony, if this store, it's like 40 minutes away.
Are you thinking about it?
Dude, if it wasn't 40 minutes away, what do you think, listener? Should we apply for a comic book store? We could have like the secret stash like Kevin Smith has. We could have Jock and Nerd comic book store for free. I mean, of course, you got to learn how to run a store in a business, and that's going to be fucking a curve.
A dying
curve.
business.
A dying old. But you know what? There's still record stores out there.
That's
There's
true.
still independent bookstores. I've always dreamed of working in a comic book store, but they've just fucking get one for free.
I mean, I got to admit, as you were talking about this, I was like, do I want to quit my job?
Yes.
And own a comic book store?
Could we make a go of it? Anyways.
And then I was like, oh wait, I have to write.
I gotta write 500 words.
I gotta write 500 words or less. Fucking A.
I'm out.
Why can't it just be an interview? I guess it takes more time.
It does.
I don't like writing anymore.
No.
Writing, I feels like a fucking high school or college project. That
Want to hear something weird? Have you tried actually writing by hand in a long time?
Oh my God, it's miserable. I haven't done it. I've had to give my signature like on like 500 sheets of paper, and that was hard.
We are regressing because it's gotten to the point where I remember a little while ago I tried to write something out and my hand wouldn't work. I was like, what the fuck happened? Why can't I write words?
Kids have like iPads now in school, so
they're getting no practice writing anything down.
No one writes,
and you fall out of practice. That muscle, needs exercise. You lose the muscle memory. And I literally was like, wow, I can't write words. What the fuck happened? Because I never write every fucking
At least
thing
with
anymore.
my job, though, I still have to write up things.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
orders and
Oh, you have to use the write on paper.
invoices and
Yeah,
stuff.
I never.
You don't have to do that.
I'm always typing on the computer. There's no reason everywhere. Everything is typing on something.
But you're drawing.
But even the
basically
drawing
writing.
is digital.
Oh,
I'm not doing it on paper.
So you're not actually pressing down.
Well, you're pressing down like the pen has a sensitivity, but it's different than like a pencil. Like a,
Right, it's still not the same.
It's not the same. It tries to recreate it, but it's not the same. But anyways, I'll put a link. You can fill out the application. You can check them out on their Facebook page, listener. If you live nearby, know someone who lives in Oklahoma and wants a free. Maybe a couple of us pool I bet I could write a pretty convincing essay. Absolutely, 500-word essay. I will convince the guy. Now, do I want to fucking actually own the comic book store? Yeah, no, I don't know. It's a lot of responsibility.
It seems like a lot of responsibility.
But cool story, man. Cool
It
idea.
is cool, though.
I love that he's just giving it away. Okay, now it's that time, Anthony.
It's time for news from the nation.
It's time for news from the nation. Oh, I'm so glad you did that. I thought I was going to have to do my own wet fart with Rugboy not being here.
That was more like I don't know what the hell I just did.
That's a big fuck up right there.
I think so.
I think I actually took a shit in my pants, listener. Whoops.
That was like one of those farts that is not good.
That's when you're like...
That's when you trusted a fart and you were like, oh no.
You're like, I should probably see the doctor now. I don't know what happened. Anyways, this is the segment where I pull stuff from our awesome Facebook group that I mentioned, Jock and Nerd Nation. Let's follow up, Anthony, from our discussion last week. The conversation about who will play the Bat continues. Remember how we said, wouldn't it be great if they go for an unknown? Can you take a risk on a character as big as Batman and put an unknown in there so that we see the character and not the actor?
Mm-hmm.
And we were all like, that would be cool. Well, I think Matt Reeves and Warner Brothers reportedly looking for a familiar face to take on the lead role. So
okay,
they
don't want to take a risk on this.
They want a recognizable face. So back to the fan casting. Rugboy actually commented on our Facebook group. Did anybody throw Dylan O'Brien into the casting mix for Batman? He's young and pulled off a badass well in American Assassin.
Dylan O'Brien.
I don't know him.
I'm looking at his pictures
He's a
right now.
little young-ish, but he was a voice in the Bumblebee movie. Oh, he was the voice of Bumblebee?
Oh, that's weird. To me, he looks too boyish.
A little bit. He's been in the Teen Wolf, in American Assassin, Deepwater Horizon. Oh, he's in the Maze Runner movies.
I'm judging these guys purely based on look.
Purely based on the look. So Bonner Demling on Twitter got in touch. She goes, what about Taye Diggs as a non-white Batman?
Too old.
Too old, but he's a handsome looking man.
He is. I haven't heard from Taye Diggs in such
while.
a long time.
That's the thing. What's he doing?
Yeah.
And then the most interesting thing, Jess Rivera posts Batman odds from Vegas. I have actually two sets of betting odds. One from Jess Rivera post and one from Comic Book Resources. But both of them kind of have the same dude as the best pick. It's very weird. Jess Rivera's list. Here is Ladbroke's latest betting odds.
Who's the fuck is Ladbroke?
I don't know. It must be some kind of gambling
From Vegas
organization. Ladbrokes.
Okay.
Next person to play Cape Crusader. Top of the list, 3-1, Jake Gyllenhaal. Then followed by Kit Harington, 4-1, John Hamm, 6-1, Michael B. Jordan. There are non-white people in this list, which I found very interesting. Michael B. Jordan, 7-1, Timothy Chalamet, 9-1, Armie Hammer, that we talked about, 9-1, Sterling K. Brown. I didn't even think about him. 9-1.
Is he just going to be chewing gum and saying fuck the entire movie?
like in The Predator? Yeah. And saying science bullshit that he's making up. Chew it up. Richard Madden, I don't know who that is, 9-1. Milo Ventimiglia, 12-1. Oscar Isaac, 16-1. Fassbender at 20-1. Stephen Yeun, I love seeing his
Asian
name.
Batman.
20-1. Hey, it gets better. How about Riz Ahmed? How about a brown Pakistani Batman? I love it. 20-1. James Franco, 33-1. The other list is a lot of the same, and it's got Jake Gyllenhaal, Armie Hammer, John Hamm, Michael B. Jordan as the best odd getters. I guess
like Jake Gyllenhaal.
I think Jake Gyllenhaal would actually
That'd be
I would
cool.
love to see that. I think he would be really good. He seems to be the right age. He's jacked. He's a great actor.
I mean, I also could see Jake Gyllenhaal being an awesome Dick Grayson.
Yes, I think he was rumored. He may be a little bit too old for the Grayson.
Yeah,
like he's in between.
He's 38 now. I mean, that's a good age for Batman.
And you can play it younger. You can play it older. That's so. If that's the betting odds, we'll see. This movie is coming out 2021, and then Robert Pattinson was thrown out. No, I agree. No,
I award you no points. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Now, look, people made a good point that like there's movies where he actually is good and whatever. I don't see any charisma. People make fun of Michael Keaton. It's completely possible.
He's not Michael Keaton.
He's not Michael Keaton. And the Twilight movies just do not sit well. And for that,
that stench of Twilight is
Yeah.
hard for me to get over.
Yeah, and then there's a Scott Adkins who he made a little audition tape. He's
always been like the body double or the bad. Like he's never
Scott
been the
Adkins?
lead.
Yeah. He's always the background guy. So he was generic religious zealot in Doctor Strange. Do you even remember him in Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I do. He
Okay.
was a generic bad guy.
He was the generic bad guy.
He is what he's always is in all these movies. He was in X-Men Origins Wolverine. He was Ryan Reynolds' body double when he was Deadpool.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He's like a Boyd Holbrook. Just like a generic,
except a bad guy,
but a bad guy.
Yeah.
Plain. So, well, we'll see. Very interesting. I like seeing the odds.
No Scott Adkins.
No Scott Adkins. Definitely no Robert Pattinson. Lenny asked a interesting question. This was a lot of fun.
Lenny Romero on the Jock and Nerd.
Lensations.
The Lensations, Mr. He does a lot of Godzilla artwork, along with some other artwork. He's at a lot of cons. You should check out stuff.
Check out him
Lensations on Instagram.
On Instagram, he's really good. He is mean with a number 2 pencil. Let me tell you what. He asked. I want to mirror a question someone asked recently. What is a movie that everyone hates that's critically panned that you love? I love questions like these. I had a lot of great comments. Anthony, you came out of the gate first with Rocky IV.
Rocky IV is one of my favorite all-time movies, and everyone thinks that one. I mean, everyone kind of has a soft spot in their heart for it, but everyone also thinks, like, the critics all thought that was bad. Everyone usually is like, that's when the movies got
jumped the
comic
shark.
booky. Yeah, jumped the shark. So I love it though.
But it's all relative of how old you were when you saw it.
Yeah, I was I don't know, 10, 11 years old when I saw it.
Yeah.
And the patriotism and beating the evil Russian all got to me. That was all right up my alley.
Absolutely. It was
it made me go to my dad and be like, I want to become a boxer, Dad.
I want to beat these commies, Dad.
Yeah. And he's like, okay.
Russians are bad.
Let's go do that.
Would this be how you first got interested into contact sports and martial arts, maybe?
I would say it furthered my interest into martial arts and contact sports.
Yeah,
For
Rocky.
sure.
Inspired by Rocky. Lenny's pick was Freddy versus Jason, which I've never seen.
That's a fantastic movie too. That was a movie. Funny note, that was a movie I remember before it was made. The hype behind it getting made and like all these because
huge crossover.
Yeah, well, Freddy at the end of Jason Goes to Hell, Freddy grabs his mask from the ground and pulls it underneath. So that was like the first tease, and that was like in the early 90s. So then all this time, everyone was waiting for this crossover, including me. And when it came out, I was like, I got to see it, and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was a great crossover. It's cheeseball. There's funny stuff. There's a lot of really weird shit, but it's everything a Freddy versus Jason movie should be. It's awesome.
That's great. Chris Marin has a bunch. He says Wicker Man, Walking Tall, Italian Job, Get Carter remakes, and Broken Arrow, and Alien 3.
Movie.
Walking Tall is with The Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
I think I've seen that. Wicker Man with Nick Cage.
Haven't seen that.
I like that one. So let's work backwards. Alien 3. You know what? I didn't mind the Alien 3.
I didn't like Alien 3.
I think
it's too fucking dour, and they
it is a dark movie.
They take out the two most important characters from the previous film and totally nullify it.
That's the movie where David Fincher got fucked by the studio.
Yeah, Fox
and it was
put it up his butthole for sure.
Yeah, so it was just a bad production. But after Alien 2, I remember that hype for Alien 3 was so big. Broken Arrow is the John Travolta.
Broken Arrow.
John Woo movie with John. Is that the one? Because
I might be talking about that. Yeah, that one in '96.
Yes, this movie is great.
Christian
That's right.
Slater and
Christian
John Travolta.
Slater, John Travolta, directed by John Woo. Oh, Christian Slater. He was the fucking it boy in the '80s from Pump Up the Volume. That's where
John Woo.
But dude, John Woo directed this over the top fucking crazy. There's some crazy action in this movie. I like that pick. That's also a good pick. Let's see. We got Scott Beck going Alien versus Predator.
I own that movie.
Oh, you do on the DVD.
That's another one of those where I was highly anticipating that crossover.
How could this be bad?
Yeah, I enjoyed it in the movie theater, and then afterwards I was like, wait, that wasn't that
good. Boy. Oh, they fucked it up.
They really fucked it up.
Ron Han's Olympus Has Fallen or London Has Fallen.
I've not seen those.
Gerard Butler going John Wick in government buildings. I saw Olympus Has Fallen. It's a fun action movie. Chaz Hubbard, Phantom Menace. Wow, that is ballsy, Chaz.
Ooh.
Their bottom is very weak.
Someone actually likes Phantom Menace, but it can be said that there are new ideas in this. I
remember seeing that movie as a kid for my friend Jake Merton's birthday.
Yeah.
For his birthday, his dad took us all to see the opening weekend premiere of Phantom Menace, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And then I was like, the movie. My thought coming out of that movie was, so who's Darth Vader? What's his name?
Anakin Skywalker.
Anakin. I was like,
the kid.
That kid is way too young for that girl.
Yes.
What was her name?
Padme.
What's her real name?
Natalie Portman.
I was
like a little 6-7-year-old.
I'm like, Natalie Portman's 15-year-old character would not be attracted to this 9-year-old. That romance doesn't work for me.
No, it's very creepy. And you're like, this fucking annoying kid is going to be Darth Vader.
Right.
You just fucking ruined Darth Vader. But again, first Star Wars movie in years, it was huge.
Do you remember was it that big for you?
Yeah.
I remember it feeling big for me, and I was just a little kid. I was like 11 years old.
Yeah, I went to see it with my friend in high school, and I remember hearing it was huge. It was like Star Wars was back, baby. And
did you walk out disappointed, or were you like, that was awesome? Like,
no, at the time, I remember enjoying it, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
But
of course you would enjoy it.
I was confused at why are you showing me Darth Vader as a fucking snot-nosed kid? What's going on? Fiddlestick says Man on Fire and The Accountant. No, I thought those movies are, people like those movies. Those sound like good movies.
I don't think I've seen those movies.
That's Denzel Washington and Ben Affleck, The Accountant.
Oh.
Glenn Smith has one of my favorite answers, Venom.
Oh.
Thank you, Glenn.
Oh,
I need that. Seth Morgan says there was a pretty bad movie that came out years ago called Freaked. Joe Henry says Attack of the Clones.
Was that is that Star Wars?
Yeah, that's the second prequel.
I've never seen that one.
Number 2. My pick is a movie called Brain Donors with John Turturro. It is silly. It's stupid. It's slapsticky. It is a tribute to the Marx Brothers and the Three Stooges. In fact, it's a Night at the Opera Marx Brothers movie, but they inject some Three Stooges. You got John Turturro with rapid fire one-liners. It just makes me laugh all the time when I was a kid. Check it out. It's just silly. It's just silly, dumb fun. Lisa Morrison, The Ewok Adventure. Was that a movie?
Made for TV movie?
That was the made for TV movie. And I think I saw that. I like that also because there was Ewoks.
The Ewok Adventure.
Yeah, when was that?
Oh, yeah. It was in 84.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I definitely saw that on the TV.
Caravan of Courage, an Ewok Adventure. It's supposedly between The Empire Strike Back and Return of the Jedi.
And it's all about Widget and the other, was it Widget? The other Ewoks.
I don't
Were
know.
the Ewoks' names? It was Widget and Johnson and Rubenstein. No.
Is that what their fucking names are?
I'm making
There's Wicket.
Wicket! That's what I was trying to think of. Wicket was the only named Ewok, I believe.
Warwick Davis played Wicket. Warwick Davis is best known for playing Leprechaun.
Warwick Davis is great, and he's in a lot of movies.
That fucking movie. Holy fuck!
Yes, dude. Warwick Davis is in any movie with small furry characters. Also, Anthony Daniels, the only guy to appear in every Star Wars movie. He just finished filming this 9th one. He plays C-3PO, which I think is pretty crazy.
Huh.
But Dave Maresca has this movie that I remember it being for a long time the worst movie ever. It owned this title, and it is Bruce Willis in Hudson Hawk. Are you familiar with Hudson Hawk?
No.
Yes. This was notoriously for the longest time the absolute worst critical financial movie ever. It bombed real big.
Which one was that one?
1991.
What was it about?
It was about a thief called Hudson Hawk, played by Bruce Willis. I don't think I've ever seen it. Just released from prison, and all he wants is a nice cappuccino, but then shit happens. And I don't even know if the movie makes sense itself, but people seem to like it.
You know the weirdest Bruce Willis film I've seen?
Is it Breakfast Without Champions?
No.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Color of Night. Have you seen that one?
Oh, I think I have.
Where he falls
with the kid?
No. He
there's no kid
falls
in
in
it.
love with this girl that has like is like a nymphomaniac and a kleptomaniac.
Oh, it's like a softcore porn.
Yeah, and there's
I
a
have
lot of
seen
sex
this.
in it. And
Yes,
I think you
yes.
see Bruce Willis's dick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
man.
fucking weird movie.
I remember,
I saw it as a kid, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my
It's like
god, what is this?"
borderline softcore.
Softcore, but then it's like this weird. Oh my god, it's so fucking strange.
Bruce Willis has been in a lot of bad movies. Breakfast of Champions was an adaptation of a Kurt Vonnegut book. I love Kurt Vonnegut. I've read all his books. I was excited to see this. It is the only movie that I turned off after like 10 minutes. Like, I've never done that with another movie. I'll just watch it even if it sucks. This movie, forced me. I was like, no, I can't. 1999.
watch this.
I couldn't watch it. Because you can't make a movie out of this book. Vonnegut writes some weird shit. And I think it was probably a bad idea to make a movie out of this book. And then finally, Blake Braden, Air America with the Mel Gibson.
What the fuck is that?
Air America was there was a helicopter. Mel Gibson's in it. Was it during Vietnam radio station?
Vietnam?
Who's the other guy? Robert Downey, a young Robert Downey Jr., 1990, and Mel Gibson. Look up. Downey Jr. doesn't even fucking look like himself. Look at how young he is in Air America.
Robert
Downey Jr.
Patrick Downey Jr. Jesus Christ. Air America.
It's about running a.
He does look real young.
He looks so small. Airline operation out of Laos, run by the CIA in Southeast Asia. So, yeah, that was a good shit. I love that was a great question.
That's a very good question,
Lenny.
Even though I haven't seen half of those movies.
Well done. Okay, Anthony, do you have a Get Your Shit Together nominee for this week?
My Get Your Shit Together nominee is LeVar Ball. I don't know if you know who he is.
I know him from Keegan Thompson playing him on SNL's Weekend Update.
He is Lonzo Ball's father,
and he's like a business dude.
Yeah, he's known for his big mouth.
Yeah,
and this week, amidst the trade rumors with the Lakers of trading his son, he has just gone nuclear and just torched the coach of the Lakers, saying he's a terrible coach. And then went on today, being February 7th, Thursday, and said on Undisputed that Lonzo Ball is a better basketball player than LeBron James, which is completely asinine.
Shit.
And they're on the same team, so why the fuck are you talking shit about his teammate?
Oh, my God.
LeVar Ball, play that clip.
Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together.
And just leave. Just leave the country. Go away.
I love when Keegan plays him because he's just like, "What's up, Colin Bola?" I'm just making up shit. He's like, "Here's my new shoe," and it's just some crazy fucking thing.
Oh, the shoes are terrible, and they're like $400.
Oh my God!
And the best response is like that. Someone I remember an interview was like, "Don't you want people to be able to afford the shoe and not feel bad that they can't afford the shoe or something along those lines?" He's like, "Well, if you can't afford the shoe, then I guess you're not a big bowler."
Wait, so this is the LeVar Ball I know.
Okay.
The NBA season is 1 month old, and one of the biggest stories is the Los Angeles Lakers, who are off to a slow start. Here to talk about it is father of Lakers point guard Lonzo Ball, LeVar Ball.
Big baller brand.
Yeah, big baller brand.
How you doing, Michael? Me? I'm incredible.
Now, you've been outspoken about your son Lonzo playing more minutes. How's he doing?
Amazing. He ain't no rookie no more. Now it's his time. His team. He's the king of LA. Standing reservations at Spargo. Best friends with Jack Nicholson. And just named Best New Starlet at the Adult Video Awards. Never lost.
That's fantastic.
He does it so well.
Never lost.
And that's how I know LeVar Ball. I know everything topical sports from Saturday Night Live. Thank you, Saturday Night Live.
Very good.
Excellent. I'm glad we can use that clip. Every week we need to get your shit together nominee because that clip is hilarious. All right, listener, that's it for this week. Before we peace out, look, it's cold outside. And there's a sale at our online shop. You should get a hoodie this week. February 13th, February 14th. Visit jockandnerd.com/shop. 30% off on hoodies. You can pick the color. You can pick the logo. Stay warm will help you. Get that logo. Help us grow. Tell a friend. Thanks for hanging out and listening to the Jock and Nerd podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's the nerd.
We'll peep you next time.
My balls was hot.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
Not funny.
Oh, rugs.
Wowie zowie.
Jock and Nerd.